Hey guys, welcome back to Assisted Living Investing. Happy to have you on the channel today. I'm Brandon Gustafson and I own and operate 2 assisted living facilities, and I've created this channel to kind of help you learn the process of what it's like to purchase a facility and how to operate a facility and just kind of the ins and outs of what that process is going to look like. I love sharing this content with you and hope you're finding it valuable as you kind of look and watch through my different videos, specifically, around my journey and what you can find. You can find that in the card up here, and would love to kind of get interacted with other people on the channel. Make sure you comment down below, leave comments on your process and learning as you go through the process, so other people can kind of learn from your experience as well, and we can kind of create this community so everybody can learn together and we can all be successful. On my website, assistedlivinginvesting.net. Would love to see you over there. I've got some free resources, newsletter content. Would love to see you over there. Make sure you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, and comment down below. Leave those comments so everybody can kind of learn and grow together. Subscribe to the channel, so other people can find it, and ring that notification bell so that you get notified when I put out new content. I'm putting out content twice a week, and would love to kind of have you learn and grow and gain experiences. We go through this process together. Also, make sure you follow me on all my other social media platforms. Would love to see you over there as we carry on the conversation in all those different locations. So now, in our last video, we were talking about how real estate agents and brokers get paid. We kind of gave an overview of what that looks like, and you can go and see that over here, and kind of get an overview of what that information looks like so that you can understand what that process looks like. Today, we're going to be getting into what the process of working with a real estate agent is like. What is it like to work with an agent? If you've never worked with one, if you've never bought a house before, this might be a brand new experience for you. And if you have, then working on the commercial side is somewhat similar, but there's going to be a few differences. So we're going to touch on what those are like and what it's like to work with that agent, that broker, as you're going through the process to purchase your own facility. So first off is finding an agent. What is it like to find an agent? How do you go about finding an agent? One of the first things you could do is, do an internet search and say, I'm looking for an agent or a broker in my area, in my city, in my state. You could even narrow it down and say, I'm looking for a commercial broker. I'm looking for a broker that has experience with senior housing or something like that. And that's going to help you kind of find the right person for what you're looking for and help you find that. Another one is to look on a website like BizBuySell and LoopNet, and we've had videos on those that I'll put up here in the cards. BizBuySell, LoopNet, we'll have some of that information up here so that you can get that and follow those videos along. But those are great spots for you to find a listing agent. And then you can start developing a relationship. Even if you're not going to move forward with that listing agent on that specific property, they could turn into that buyer's agent for you and helping you find properties and helping you look for new opportunities. That's a great way for you to start developing that relationship with an agent that's going to help you find the deal that meets your criteria. Another way is going to be asking for referrals from other investors, from agents. Like, if you're going to work in a different state, it might make sense to ask for a referral for an agent that works in that state or works in that market. If you're in a big state that has a lot of different markets or things like that, it's probably appropriate to go ahead and ask for somebody that's a little bit more familiar with the market that you want to work in. So asking for referrals is another great way to do that. I think agents are not going to be as open with giving you a referral to another agent. Like they would prefer to keep your business, but talking to other investors, I think is a really great way to find really good, solid brokers and agents. That's how we found our Rockstar broker, was through a referral and conversations that we had with other investors. The next thing you're going to want to do is set your criteria. Now, when you're having that conversation with that broker, you might not know what to expect or what you want. And some of that is kind of just trial and error and figuring it out. But the more clear you are with what your needs are, with what your criteria is, and what your expectations and needs are, the better relationship you're going to have with the broker right off the bat. And so I would suggest taking some time to outline what that criteria is. What are you expecting? What are you hoping for as you're looking for that facility? Have a clear idea of what you want. So something something like this. I'm looking for a residential assisted living facility, and I want it to be 10 to 16 beds. I want it priced between $500,000 and $700,000. That's what my budget is. I want it in this city and state, so this is the market that I want it to be in, and I want it to have a 10% cap rate. We've gone in over cap rates before in the past, so I'll link up a video up here that kind of talks a little bit about what cap rates are and what that process is like. Now, it's okay to be a little flexible as you kind of get into that process and start looking for deals. It's okay to be so set on that criteria that you are letting other great opportunities go. But it's going to help you so much if you have some of that criteria already built in, so you know what you're looking for, and the broker can use that as a starting point. And then from there, they can kind of help you adjust things based off of what they're seeing in the market. But having that, so having that criteria outlined is just going to help you so much in giving that broker direction. They're going to need that to find the right deal for you, rather than just bringing you several deals. You can do that on your own. You can get on LoopNet and find several deals on your own. And you don't want to make your broker do that. Give that person some criteria to work off of, so that there's more direction. They're giving you upfront better deals, so that you are using your time more wisely. They're using their time more wisely, and everything is just kind of falling into place. And you're just kind of, being respectful of everybody's time. So that's something that's really important. And the third item, and this one is probably going to be the most important, is building a relationship, a really good, solid relationship with the broker that you're working with. So respect the time and the hours that your agent and broker give you. Just be responsive when they ask you questions. Be kind and courteous and thankful for their work. Don't be texting them at 1 a.m. unless they tell you that it's okay to do that. But you don't want to be the person that's doing that. Make sure you're being very respectful of their time, the hours that they give you, of when they're going to be working. Do everything that you can to close that deal once you start the process, so you don't waste their time. We went over that in a previous video as well. If you're getting to the point where it's just not going to work out, or it's going to put you in a bad financial situation, it's okay to walk away. But once you're under contract, you should probably work on closing the deal as much as you can. It's going to be in your best interest and the best interest of your broker and agent for you to close the deal. And that's going to go such a long way in helping develop that relationship with the broker. Closing a deal with that agent and that broker is one of the best ways to develop a relationship with them. Just like, to be completely honest with you, the more consistent you are, the more ability that you show that you can close a deal, the more likely that broker is to work with you again in the future and help bring you off market deals and help you kind of create more of a portfolio. That's how you develop good relationships with brokers, and with lenders for that matter, is closing deals. Now, if things just aren't working out, whether it's with you or on the deal, be clear with them that it's not working out, and that you need to go in a different direction. If it's working with them, don't flake out on them and just stop talking to them. They would much rather you be upfront and say, things aren't going to work out. Like, sorry, like this opportunity is not good, or I don't know that you need to be as blunt as saying I don't like you, but it's okay to be like, I think we're going to go in a different direction. They would so much rather have that conversation and have that be a clear line than just stringing them along and, texting them every 2 or 3 weeks and like, oh yeah, I think I might be interested in that. Don't do that. Don't waste their time. Don't waste your time either. Just be respectful of everybody's time and make sure that you're doing what you need to do to carry that relationship forward. And, it might not work out with them, but if you're clear with them and things like that, they can still, brokers and agents talk to each other. If you don't string them along and you're very upfront and honest with them, they're more likely to say, you know what, these guys, it just didn't work out with me, but they were really good to work with. They were very honest and upfront with me. I would recommend that you work with them. I think you guys have a better personality mesh, and things could work out there. Whereas if you string them along, they're going to talk to other agents and brokers, and you finding a good relationship, finding a good broker might be difficult. So just make sure that you're being respectful of everybody's time and talents and everything. Quick recap, today's video has been the process of working with a real estate agent and a broker. So number 1 was finding an agent. then setting your criteria, getting that criteria over to the broker and the agent, and then building that relationship and why it's important that you do that. Next time, we're going to get into working with a facility administrator. That's one of the questions that I'm getting the most frequently as I go through this. So we're going to do a little bit of a series of videos around kind of working with administrators and salaries that you want to pay them and what that process looks like so that you can gain a greater understanding of that. So it's not scary. So make sure you like the video, give me a big thumbs up, comment down below. Let me know your experience working with brokers. I'd love to hear from it. Kind of what are some ways that you found are effective to work with a broker and respect their time and kind of develop those relationships with brokers. I think everybody could really gain a greater understanding of what it's like to be able to do that. Subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell so you get notified every time I put out new content, and then follow me on my other social media platforms. I'd love to see you there. And then make sure you visit assistedlivinginvesting.net. We'd love to see you on the website for free resources, newsletter, blog, all of the other free resources and content that I'm going to be putting out there for you. Would love to see you over there. And then in closing, just remember, it's okay. You don't have to do everything in one day. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little. Keep making that progress and everything's going to work out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.